I don't know if you guys talked about it yesterday, and I don't know if I'm trying to figure out if I'm biased or not, because I really don't want to go to war with Iran. So I'm much more sympathetic to what Bannon and Tucker are saying than what Ted Cruz was saying. And how impactful do you think that interview with Ted Cruz was on Tucker Carlson? I think that Tucker Carlson completely embarrassed him, but I don't know if I'm just biased because I see a lot of people saying that it's his questioning about what's the population of Iran, all these specifics was ridiculous. I don't think it is because I think it's very, even if you said like, oh, it's 100 million or 80 million, he didn't even get in the ballpark of how big it is. And obviously, Iran's different from attacking Gaza, and Iran's different from attacking, it's a huge country with a huge army. Am I biased for thinking that Tucker Carlson kind of completely uh, beat Ted Cruz in that debate, and that interview is actually pretty impactful and revealing?
Great question. Dan.
Oh, I think he asked Sean that question, but I
All of
will
you, I
say,
guess.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no,
I,
sorry.
look,
Oh, sorry.
No, please
I'm
go.
interested
Please.
in what Sean's thinks because it's
Yeah.
in the Republican Party.
well,
But
I love talking about MAGA dysfunction and division,
Yeah.
right? Too much on the Democrats. I'll just say quickly that I think that Tucker did sandbag Cruz. I think Cruz didn't come off looking great either. Tucker's position's pretty clear, and Tucker speaks for a lot of people, Craig, like yourself, who feel the same way. But I think at the end of the day, Tucker so far is getting on board and deferring to Donald Trump and not truly going to war with Trump.
Sean.
Yeah, there's a few questions to unpack here, not a lot of time, so I'll just be quick. I think if you watch the entire episode, that was clearly the highlight. I mean, they pushed that and plugged it for a reason to get people to watch the episode, and it worked. So from a PR and promotional standpoint, he did a great job of doing that. To the merits of the question, I actually do think it's somewhat like a silly question. The reality is either whether they have a population of 500 million or five, if you have a nuclear capability, that's the fundamental question. Should you take it out or not? The idea of whether they have a large population or not is somewhat irrelevant. Do they have a big military? Do they have counter tactics that they can use against us? Those are the more relevant questions because the size doesn't that really doesn't matter. If they have a ton of people, but they can't do anything or strike back, then it's irrelevant. If they have 50,000 people, but all of them are armed to the teeth and trained assassins and, will be part of sleeper cells, then I'd say that matters. So I felt like it was kind of a sandbag of Senator Cruz. And again, if you listen to the whole thing, not to plug Tucker's show, but you get a very different sense of the interview than what they used to promote it.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.